In this video, we're going to take a look at the fundamentals of Bagua, all the principles that form the building blocks of the entire system, and all the reoccurring principles that we see throughout all of the animal forms and throughout all of the training methods. So the very, very most basic stage of Bagua is going to be your standing Qigong. And for the standing Qigong, we have 8 palms. When we set our foot position for the Qigong, we're going to be just over shoulder width apart. We're going to soften the knees so they're in line with the toes. We're going to tuck the tailbone under. We're going to pull the chin in, and that's going to help straighten the spine all the way from the top to the bottom. The arms are going to be slightly away from the sides, and we're going to start by holding the 8 palms. So the 8 palms are just representative of the different elements and also can be referred back to the I Ching. So number 1 is going to be heaven. Is going to be represented by the lion, and you're going to be holding the palms upwards towards the ceiling, just in line with the shoulders with the elbows slightly kicked out. Now as we turn into number 2, we turn the palms over. The hands are slightly lower than in number 1. This is earth, and it's represented by the monkey. Number 3, we're just going to extend the wrists so the palms are facing directly away from the body. And this is fire, represented by the hawk. Number 4 is going to be thunder, and we're going to turn our forearms up 45 degrees. The hands sit just in front of the face, and the animal representation is going to be the dragon. So for number 5, we bring them down slightly, so you're going from about the middle of your rib cage, pointing the fingers forwards. This is going to be air or wind, and this is going to be represented by the phoenix. So we're going to take it into number 6, which is going to be low. So it's almost like a 90-degree change from the dragon, which is number 4. So rather than 45 degrees going up, we're going 45 degrees down. So this is going to be water, and it's going to be represented by the snake. Now, as we move into number 7, we keep the palms facing each other. We're going to turn the fingers up, almost like 2 forward vertical chops. This is going to be the mountain, and it's going to be represented by the bear. Now, as we move into number 8, it's a very tricky one. We've got to roll the forearms all the way in. So we're trying to lift the arms up and push them in front of the body. And this is going to be clouds, and it's represented by the unicorn. So same thing as you're setting your position. Feet just over shoulder width apart. We're going to soften the knees, tuck the tailbone, pull the chin in, press the tongue against the hard palate, breathe in and out through the nose. So number 1. Number 2, just a very slight drop. Number 3, turn the palms up and push away from the body. Number 4, we're going 45 degrees up. Let the elbows sink slightly so the hands sit in front of the face. Number 5, we're going middle of the rib cage, fingers pointing forwards. Number 6, we drop down slightly further until the arms are about 45 degrees. Turn the fingers in slightly, almost like we're holding onto the base of a tree. Now, as we bring the hands up into number 7, we're going to chamber the wrists, so there's a lot of tension in the wrists through this one. Palms facing together with the chops pushing forwards. Now number 8, roll the fingers in, press the back of the palms together, and you're just going to extend the elbows away from the body. So as we stand and we hold our Qigong in all of the postures, we're just going to slightly stretch the palm as we breathe in on both hands. And then as you breathe out, just let the fingers slightly relax. So when we hold the palm, it's going to be a slightly concave position. There should be a hollowing in the center of the palm, so it's not completely flat, so we don't have 2 flat sides of the palm. We're going to turn the hand in slightly, and if you're looking for a basic reference for this palm, if you place it on top of your head, you'll notice how the fingers lightly wrap around the skull. So as you hold the palm, that's very similar to how we want it. So in all of these positions, so in number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, As you breathe in, just slightly stretch the palms. As you breathe out, let the fingers relax. And again, at a very basic level, just allow the breath to travel in and out through the nose. Keep the tongue against the hard palate. And again, just slowly build up that time. Start off with 1 minute. And if you feel like you can push it slightly further, just to add an extra 10, 20 seconds every day until you've built up to 5 minutes per section. So when you put them all back to back, you've got a nice 40-minute Qigong.